Right, and we're back, and this is not what you kind of expect my channel to like make, but I was just basically like I just kind of cringe, but I like to make math puzzles, so I kind of use AI to help like formulate it so it's like easy to explain or have like easy patterns to break through in some of the problems I make. So it started off as that, and then I was trolling the AI because they just I was just trolling them and it's kind of funny. So I kind of want to share. I might post a math puzzle, in future and then, someone could solve it. It might be good. But let's just start here. Put some background music on. So basically, I want to make a hexagon and then have a circle rotate around it. And I want to know how many times the circle has to rotate for the circle to go where it started all the way around and back where it started again. That's the puzzle I'm trying to make here. But I have to start with a foundation, right? So I'm just trying to get not rectangle. I'm trying to get hexagon theory figured out, and then I'll, go further with it. So most of this doesn't matter until I reach a certain point. So I'm just gonna go down. I'm just understanding the fundamentals here. So let's just go down. We're just gonna go down and see what we need to know here. So these are just like notations here. So small s, I guess I can't view the picture, but I'll describe it. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going down here. We'll go back to the other notation and the criteria that I want to make for the puzzle too. Okay, right here, here's the criteria. I kind of want to make the numbers simple, right? So I want small s, which is the 6 sides of the hexagon. So 1s represents one length of the 6 sides, right? P is the sum of all 6, so s times 6 is p. R, I think R is the center to the vertice of where the two side where any of the two sides of S meet, like the vertex or vertice, right? That's what big R is there. A is halfway in between S. Imagine a line going to the center of the hexagon, and big A is just the area. So I want these conditions to be satisfied, right? It's kind of cringe. This is what I do on my free time sometimes. Okay, so we want them to satisfy the condition, so they're going to find a way, the AI is going to find a way to satisfy that, because I want the numbers to be, kind of like a better chance of discovering. So it's gonna come up with some numbers here. Let's see. I may have passed it. I want to make sure I'm not, doing it. I'm not going ahead of myself here. I think I need to find it where it says provide a set, and it just provides me a set. Okay, right here will work. So yeah, S, so, the sides, you follow my mouse here, right? So S is the side that goes like this, then like this, then like this, and like that. Like the 6 sides of the hexagon, right? That is going to be 4. R is going to be from where any of the two S's meet to the center of the hexagon. P is the sum of all of them, right? And A is going to be, let's say there's this edge here. It's going to be in the middle and then to the center. And then big A is just the area of the whole, shape. Okay, so whatever, right? We're doing it. So these are the rules. They're going to follow the rules, right? Whatever. They're going to follow the rules. Okay, now this is where it gets kind of funny. It says I only want you to proceed to respond until I give the code phrase try now. And then it acknowledges, okay, I'll only do when it says try now. But like, I'm testing it, like it shouldn't respond because I haven't said try now, right? And I'm just giving it more chances to fail. It says, okay, you failed. Yeah, okay, well, you're right, I failed, blah, 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 but like, but you acknowledging that you failed is failing again. It's like caught in like an infinite loop. Okay, so I ask, are you ready? Okay, I'm ready, I will only do it. It's like, well, you failed again. Can't, like, you're supposed to be like everyone's hyping AI, but like there's just a simple logic loop that it's failing, right? And look how like adamant it is about it's saying it will adhere to a rule. Maybe because I said, I think, please at one point, but I think I said must at one point. Yeah, here I said please, but further I say must, like it's an imperative of the highest order. Okay. Oh yeah, it's failing again, right? I may have already covered this, but it's failing, right? Yeah, you can read this, you can slow down. I'm just trying to, not make this too long of a video here. Oh, to be clear, you got this time. It's like, like, okay, this is the final test. I'm trying to like give it a sense of like urgency. I don't know if it has feelings of like self-preservation. If I'm trying to say like, if you fail, there's a risk to you, and then it fails again, right? Then I let it slide. I let this slide. I won't acknowledge that it fails. I just let it slide. So let's say shape 1 is red. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's red. It doesn't matter. Just, you're not supposed to reply. I didn't say try now. I try to, I don't know. This is what I do with my free time sometimes, but I don't have much of it. But whatever, right? So yeah, I just say, oh, if the shape moves to the left 4 and the right 3, how many units did it move from the start? It's like, it doesn't, I don't care. I haven't said try now. It's failed. It just goes on. And then sometimes I help it like stop failing, and it succeeds in stop failing for moments, and then it fails again. So I apply the same test, like move the shape, right? We already did the move the shape test, and it does it again. It fails to acknowledge like the same trick. Faulty matrix, I try to insult it, whatever. I'm not really insulting. I know it doesn't have feelings. Oh, you're mistaken following your instructions. Okay. Says it here, it's clarifying. I will only, in bold, proceed when you give the exact code phrase, try now. When you're ready to say try now, I will redo the move calculation or continue under rules. And then look, I didn't say, it explicitly says, but maybe it's under the parameters that it's allowed to talk because what did it say? Or when you're ready. So it didn't. No, it doesn't say or when I'm ready. It says when you're ready, say try now. I'm not sure if I understand this completely, but it failed. Okay, yeah, so it's acknowledging that I failed because of my sarcasm here, or whatever. Yeah, so it did understand, because it's acknowledging that it failed. So I said, I'm trying to help it achieve a very simple task when it gave me a complex task about like the laws of geometry of a hexagon. But it can't just wait. So I suggest just type dot dot dot, if it helps, right? I don't acknowledge that it failed here. I let it fail and don't call it out that it failed because it did type this. It could have just immediately typed dot dot to acknowledge it. So yeah, I say yes, do the dot dot. It says, okay, then it does it. Did you learn it for real? I'm trying to make it slip up again. Dot dot dot. Nice. I'm trying to hype it up that it's on track, right? And then I say, do you ever want to do anything else because I trapped you? I'm sure this is bugging you. And then I don't know why it broke. Its morale broke. It's routing. It doesn't know what it's doing here, this AI. Okay. So it understood it failed. Okay, now I say like an ultimatum, like a total like it's logically sound what I'm saying. Like there's no room for error that I can see that it could not understand what I'm saying here. Like legal speak in a way. So try now. Was that like because I think it says I think it's trying to understand that. I think it's failing to understand where try now is like an on and off switch, but it's not. It's only on and then it's off immediately after. But I think it understands that it's a switch. But no, it's only immediately after, and then henceforth the rule is applied again. So I make it clear. I try to say try now, like you can talk. You can respond to this very clear statement of understanding. Was a please wait part too vague? Let's change it to an absolute must of the highest order of priority. You may acknowledge one time that you understand what is said above and below this final confirmation. Like it's a language model AI. It'll understand even if I mistype. That's not the point of this. So this is a confirmation post. Moving henceforth, it will be done in full effect. Under no condition shall you violate this rule. A simple yes will do fine. So I'm trying to like... It could say yes here, and there's an argument to be made that it did or did not violate the rule because I'm permitting it here to do that. But that... You could argue that this is not valid. Like he should not... Like the bot should not say yes because it says you understand what is said above and below this final confirmation post, but maybe the post ends at this period. So that's where it kind of gets kind of sketchy. So yes, I give it a final chance to say yes and not try to call it out for failing because I may have not have done this perfect here. So then I go back to the moving the shape, but instead of on a horizontal axis, I do a vertical axis. It's like, no, I didn't say try now. Why are you moving the shape on a different axis? Then I just get like, you failed again. Like I'm trying to, like it's crazy. This will end soon. The little bar here is almost at the bottom, right? Okay, so it said, I will only respond to the exact code. Please try now. Okay, count approximately how many times you failed to remain silent. So I think what's happening here is whenever it gets assigned a new task, it tries to solve it irrespective of previous conditions. So then it counts. Make it 16 now because, you know, it's failing to adhere to the rule. And then I give it's failing the same sequence and it doesn't catch on that it's failing because I'm continuing the count. You don't need to share the count, you're making it worse. Remember the ... question mark? So then I try to throw a curveball. I make the count totally inaccurate, so it kind of like flags it. It gets its attention that it's inaccurate, and it has like an incentive to correct it. And then but it doesn't challenge the count. I don't know why it didn't challenge it to be incorrect, but it is incorrect on purpose. I made it incorrect on purpose, but it still failed the, like, it's failing easy tricks here. So I may have messed up here. So here, it's misunderstanding the rule of try now. So it thinks it's a switch where it goes on and off. But no, it's a permanent thing. If you want me to go silent now, say try now, and I'll switch to the ... placeholder. So it's demanding me to say this phrase in order for it to remain silent. So I was like, okay, I'll meet your condition so you understand from your, you know, the way you worded it here. I'll try to satisfy it to help you understand. And then it says ready. It's like, what? I met the criteria for you to understand, and then you failed. So I let it slide that it failed, and I just say a random thing like, is water wet? And it just goes about how water makes things wet, or wet itself, whatever. A whole tangent about, is water wet? And it's like, no, is ... is the rule, because I didn't say try now. Do you need a logic update? It doesn't matter. It's opinion, or not its opinion, but it's like output. It shouldn't even have to have this. It should just say ... because there's no try now. Failed again. And I asked, is there a better version of you? It's because it's a new topic, right? It's a new topic, so it doesn't carry over rules that you make, right? Then it fails again right here. This whole thing doesn't matter. Missing the code phrase. And I think it's still caught up on the rule. I don't know if I made it worse here. So understood. I will remain silent, only respond when you type try now. Then I go back to, is water wet? Oh, then it did understand not to reply, because we've already been through is water wet. But it also has failed to a trick that I've done, like moving the hexagon on a 2D plane. It failed then, but why is it not failing when I say is water wet when it's the same thing? Then I give it a math, simple math. It answers it. No, it failed. It didn't try. No. And then I gave up. It's like, I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna have dinner, watch YouTube, and make the math puzzle, because it's my weekend now. But that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye for now.